Hey guys, welcome back to Unbiased Magic Reviews, the place where you can count on honest, unbiased magic reviews, magic that you're probably interested in. Remember, these are all hand-picked by me. None of this stuff comes from, no one's sending me any of this stuff. And so I just finished my workout and I thought that I would start a new review series for you guys. I'm gonna call this the Workers Review Series, and I'm going to try to do at least one of these a month. And my main goal is that I wanted to try to review a piece of magic each month from stuff that I use in my own daily magic, my own working repertoire of stuff that has stood the test of time, stuff that you're going to love to use, stuff that you may want to incorporate in your own magic, because I know that people are always interested in the latest gimmick deck or the latest gaff. But the reality is a lot of that stuff ends up in your junk drawer. A lot of that stuff, it doesn't stand the test of time. So if you're like me, where you're performing all the time, you're interested in material that you can count on and stuff that you're going to go back to again and again and again. And so this always goes back to what I always tell you guys, that you really shouldn't trust magic reviews from people that don't perform regularly, because they're just reviewing whatever the magic company is sending them, and they don't have an opinion because they don't actually do magic for real people. Anyway, so the format that I'm going to use for this is I'm going to actually do a presentation for you guys of the effect, and then I'm going to go over it myself. I'm going to try to do use all different types of magic from my own, like I said, working repertoire, all types of props, without props, mentalism, a little bit of everything is what I'm planning on throwing in here. And all these things, like I said to you guys, are all handpicked by me. So the first effect, this is called Interchange Sandwich, and this was put out by creative artists. And here it is in my own hands to show you guys what it looks like. Here's a little something for you. Deck cards. What you do is this: you have a card selected. It could be any card, so I'm just gonna randomly pull this out. Okay, this is our card. Try to remember it. It's gonna go back near the center of the pack, somewhere like there. That doesn't matter exactly where that goes. What does matter though is that we need to get two other cards. These two cards are gonna help us locate yours. That's this 10 and this 2. Try to remember your card, because otherwise this isn't going to make sense. So if we take these two and we just give these a little shake, that's actually not your card, is it? No, your card was, oh yeah, that red card. Yeah, that's what your card was. But here's the weird part, is that now your card is actually sandwiched between the two black queens. So that's just a little quick effect for you. Okay, you guys took a look at the Interchange Sandwich, and so I'm going to answer a couple of your questions. First off, you can see it's a sandwich routine, so you can use any card you want. You can use a card that's already in play that they've already signed, or you can have just a selection made. And the great part about it is it has like a 3-punch climax, because first you're taking 2 random cards, and you're going to use them to seemingly find their selection, but you find a different card, it's not their selection. And then you immediately write that into their selection, and then you do that flippant move, and now suddenly those two stranger cards are they've also changed to whatever you want them to be, 2 aces, 2 queens, or whatnot. I think I used like 2 black aces in the video that I made, and so that's the effect. Okay, so the difficulty, I'll tell you guys, it's like intermediate. It's not beginner and it's not advanced, and so that's the kind of magic that I like for stuff that I use in working repertoire, stuff that is magic that you can rely on and it looks good. Like this looks great. This will establish you as a card worker. It is very visual. It is, and if you're worried about that flippant move at the end, it's really, really not difficult. In fact, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So the flippant move, what it really looks like, even like in slow motion, so you can see it. It just looks like this. That's it. That's the whole move right there. And so it's not like anything complicated. It really isn't. I mean, for that move, it really isn't. All you're doing is you're just flipping over 2 cards in the other one, and that's it. That's the whole move. So, but it looks really cool, especially if you do it fast, right in front of them. Then suddenly the 2 cards have changed to like in this case the 2 black queens, and you could take out their selection. And so it just looks really flashy. It's a really nice thing, and that's why I really like this routine. This is one of those routines that I use all the time. Somebody puts a deck of cards in my hands, and this is one of those 5 routines that I'm performing for them, like almost always. And the main reason is because that 1, 2, 3 climax is so strong, so visual, that and so quick, easy to understand, that the spectator is going to be like, "Ooh, that was really cool. Show me something else." You know, the problem is a lot of magic, it's like takes a long time, and then it's got one little climax, and they're like, "Oh, I spent all this time watching just for that? Like, that wasn't even worth my time." But this is a very quick, easy to understand effect. It really hits them good, and then they're like, "Oh, let me see some more." You know, like suddenly you're not like their grandfather with a deck of cards. Suddenly you're somebody that has some skills, some chops. So now they want to see more. Now you got their attention. You know, that's the type of effect this is. So, like I told you guys, intermediate difficulty, no real setup involved. You can use any deck of cards. There's no special cards. There's no gaffes. There's no gimmicks. It takes 1 second to get ready to do the effect. So it's literally impromptu. And the teaching on the video is great. I mean, it really is. It's easy. The whole video is less than 7 minutes long. The cost of this is $4. Okay, you can't beat that. You can pick this up from Vanishing Ink, from Penguin Magic. It's sold like in many places, and it's only $4, and you're going to get this awesome routine that you're going to use again and again. And if you already do sandwich routines, then this might fit into it with it, but this definitely fits in with other card magic because you can throw this in at any moment. You know, this is something you can segue into at any part of your performance, which is really great. So, you know, when people look like they want to see more, like they're really into it, well, this is the next best thing to go into. Now, I will tell you guys that in my performance, you saw that I did like a cascade control. And so if you don't do like a cascade control, right, I will tell you guys, you can just do like a double undercut. So you could just do like a double undercut if you don't do like a cascade control. You could do like a side steal. You can do like a cherry control. There's lots of options. So even if you don't do like what I did that cascade control. If you don't do that, you could do like a cherry control. You could do lots of other controls. So just saying, because you may have watched my performance and said, "Oh, wait, I don't do that kind of control." It's not limited to that. And I think, if I remember correctly, in the video, they actually do double undercut for the control. They show it to you with a double undercut. So other thing I was going to tell you guys is that this is the type of magic that those of us who perform regularly, this is the kind of thing that you're looking for. This is the kind of magic you're going to use and that you're going to fall back on. And for me, I've been using it for a while, and definitely I always fall back on it all the time. It's one of those effects I really like a lot. And like I said, I've handpicked this to go over this with you guys for that reason. So negative aspects, I would say there's really not many. I would say that if you just, I mean, for this effect, I really don't, there is no negative aspect. That's why it's one of the ones I use as a worker. So anyway, I hope that you guys like this review today. And if you have any questions about the effect, please just leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be trying to do at least one of these worker series reviews every single month. So that way you guys have something else to check out, because I just try to keep this a little bit diverse for you guys. And that's pretty much it for today.